Hello, I'm just Westin, and I have read all the lore of Marvel Rivals, and I do mean all of it. The intros to the maps, the gallery cards, the character entries, the little descriptions of the characters before reading their character entries, this plaque on the Hydra map, I literally mean every piece of lore that's in the game I have read. And as the new updates have been released, I have noticed something. The future updates of Marvel Rivals are hidden within the lore. First, let's start with the Fantastic Four. These characters were mentioned in many character chapters before any of them were revealed to be added in Season 1. The Thing was mentioned in Cloak and Dagger and Iron Man's character stories. The Human Torch fought alongside Spider-Man in Spider-Man's character entry. And Mr. Fantastic was featured in many stories. Black Panther, Cloak and Dagger, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. This is because he was building the Time Stream reintegration device, which is an important piece to the Eternal Night New York City storyline. Susan is the only one not mentioned in any stories before her release, but that's probably because she was just being invisible, so nobody else could see her. What I'm saying is the Fantastic Four were in Marvel Rivals long before anyone knew they were going to be the Season 1 characters. Before any data mines were found, before any leaks happened, before they were announced. But the characters aren't the only things being teased. The costumes. Now, costumes aren't as cool as characters, but they are important. Here are some of the costumes that were talked about or hinted at before being in the game themselves. Spider-Man's Spider-Punk costume was graffitied throughout Shin Shibuya stage as an early showcase to his costume. When The Thing and Human Torch were added in the Season 1.5 update, Black Panther got his second character chapter. If you hover over the selection box for the second character chapter, you could see the Thrice Cursed King skin that he would later get on March 28th. But the game isn't just foreshadowing the costumes. The costumes have been foreshadowing the game. For example, all of these skins for different characters, Loki, Storm, Magneto, Wanda, they're all dressing up to the nines in fancy clothing, and that's teasing the Hellfire Gala, which would come next. We'll get into more costume details a little bit more, but for this next section, I want to quickly explain, I had this video idea 2 days before the Rivals team released the Season 2 trailer and all of the additional information following. So I was going to make predictions for what the next maps and characters were being added. My predictions were mainly founded with lore from the game. Specifically, the final chapter of Season 1's gallery cards, which has Doom 2099 claim he is going to attend a gala. I was going to take some personal guesses for what I thought the next map and characters would be. My guesses were Krakoa or maybe Araco with a ballroom theme, and then my characters in no particular order were Cyclops, Emma Frost, Nightcrawler, and Colossus. This is somewhat informed by some of the datamine leaks, but I try not to fully trust them until official announcements. Now, the fact that they chose Ultron instead of one of the other mutants is really cool to me. I really love Ultron, and Emma Frost and Ultron both look sick. And also with the information that they've added about the new maps and the new characters, one thing I've seen through some early access gameplay that I've watched is the gimmick of the Krakoa maps are portals. These rings of natural plants that open up portals and allow you to teleport throughout the maps. Those portals were a key part of both Magic and Namor's character stories, which is really sick to see that they're going to be an important part of the maps. Like, the portals are the main way for mutants to teleport to Krakoa from wherever they are. They can plant a seed into the ground, and the portals will grow, and then they can teleport to Krakoa. But they usually only allow mutants to teleport through, but since this is an event where Emma Frost is inviting non-mutants to come to the island and enjoy a night of celebration, the teleportation portals clearly will work for everyone. And so the fact that they are adding these portals into the game, into the mechanics of Krakoa, and they were originally teased in the story of Namor and Magic, which are both mutants if you didn't know, that's so sick! It's so sick! Because I wanted to predict something in this video, but all of that Season 2 information got released before I could finish this, I'm going to take a guess at future seasons. Whether it's the next seasons, I don't know. But I'd bet they're coming fairly soon. First, I think there will be a season in the Kunlun Mountains, which is where Iron Fist's story has taken place so far. Some foreshadowing is Iron Fist's story is set there, and it's very disconnected and hasn't been touched by almost anything, except for a ton of additional character skins. Skins for Doctor Strange, Mantis, Moon Knight, and Squirrel Girl all reference the Kunlun Mountains in their descriptions. They seem to hint at Kunlun Mountains being a theme. And like I said before, his story has not been touched at all in terms of maps or season content, and I think there could be great story there, and it would be a really sick map. A little less likely, because there's no costumes or any other things hinting at it, is a map in Hell, which is where Hela is in charge. In Thor, Loki, and Hela's stories, we have gotten foreshadowing that Hela is planning something nefarious. We don't know exactly what her plan is, but it's something to do with combining the afterlife with the living so that she can control both realms. It's not exactly explained how she's gonna do that, but a season where all of the heroes need to go into hell to stop Hela, I think would be really sick. Now, overall, Marvel Rivals has been subtly hinting at upcoming seasons. Now, I am willing to bet that the future roadmap of Marvel Rivals will secretly be told through the season's gallery cards and the second and third character chapters that we slowly get over time. The slight foreshadowing has been extremely fun to see, and for me to experience. It shows that the devs are making a story with their game, which is just them going the extra mile to make this game even more outstanding than we already thought. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you to my patron supporters. Your support means so much to me, and please leave a comment if you think any of this is interesting. Leave a comment if you think my opinions are wrong and this isn't interesting. Leave a comment with more information that I might have missed. I love learning about the game, and part of that is from comments that I get. The main thing is, thank you for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.